Gary Revel's life story is not your average tale. It's a captivating blend of music, mystery, and global activism. From his small-town upbringing to serving in the Vietnam War, his path has been anything but predictable. Revel's life is a testament to the power of following your passions and using your voice to make a difference in the world. Revel's memoir, To Live or Maybe Not, is an honest and unflinching look at his extraordinary experiences. He doesn't shy away from sharing both his triumphs and his struggles. This raw honesty is what makes his story so compelling. He invites the reader to experience the highs and lows right alongside him. It's a story of adventure, introspection, and an unwavering commitment to truth and justice. Whether he's on stage captivating audiences with his music or delving into the murky depths of historical conspiracies, Revel's life is a testament to a life lived on his own terms. His story is an inspiration, reminding us that it's never too late to pursue our dreams and fight for what we believe in.
Gary Revel's journey began in the small town of Florala, Alabama. Music was his constant companion from an early age. He learned to play several instruments, honing his skills and developing a passion that would shape his future. His talent was evident, and he soon found himself performing locally, sharing his gift with his community. But the world had other plans for the young musician. The Vietnam War cast a long shadow over the nation, and Revel felt the call to serve his country. He enlisted in the Navy, trading his guitar for a uniform. He went deep into the covert world of drug interdiction and counter-espionage. If you've ever seen a James Bond movie, you've had a taste of what his life was during these secret missions. The pivotal experiences exposed him to the most dangerous of realities of war, and the sacrifices made by those who serve. The sights and sounds of the war left an indelible mark on Revel. These experiences, though difficult, would later inform his worldview and inspire him to use his platform to advocate for peace and understanding. The Navy instilled in him a sense of discipline, camaraderie, and the importance of standing up for what is right. These values would stay with him long after he left the service, guiding his actions and shaping his interactions with the world. After his service, Gary Revel felt the pull of his lifelong passion. He set his sights on Hollywood, a place where dreams were made and talent could flourish. He immersed himself in the vibrant music scene, quickly making a name for himself as a talented musician and songwriter. The first recording studio he walked into was the famous Capitol Records building on Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street in Hollywood, California. That is where he began his music recording career. He then started performing at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel and other iconic venues, sharing the stage with some of the biggest names in the industry. His music became an outlet for his experiences, reflecting his observations of the world and his growing concern for the planet. From music to the movies, he went as he helped produce the movie The Last of the American Hobos. With a member of the Memphis, Tennessee Sun Records owners, Sam Phillips' family, he composed and sang on most of the soundtrack. The producer, Judd Phillips, whose family had also started the careers of Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and many more, became Revel's music manager and producer. On a visit to downtown Los Angeles, the thick, oppressive smog caused Revel to become aware of the growing threat of global warming. He saw it not just as an environmental issue, but as a social justice issue. His songs were a call to arms, urging listeners to consider their impact on the planet and to demand change. He believed that music had the power to reach people's hearts and minds in a way that traditional activism often couldn't. His activism extended beyond his music. He would become the founder and a member of the board of directors of the nonprofit corporation Mother Nature Festival Live Inc. Their mission is to stop global warming. He continues to advocate for environmental causes, turning back climate change and stopping global warming by speaking to the press, doing interviews and speaking at rallies and events. He used his platform to challenge the status quo, urging corporations and governments to take responsibility for their role in climate change. He believed that everyone had a part to play in protecting the planet, and that collective action was essential. Gary Revel's life took an unexpected turn when he became deeply interested in historical mysteries, particularly the assassinations of prominent figures like John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King Jr., and Robert F. Kennedy. He was driven by a burning desire to uncover the truth behind these events, convinced that there was more to the official narratives than met the eye. He was commissioned to investigate the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. in association with the House Select Committee on Assassinations in 1977. He dedicated countless hours to research, poring over documents, interviewing witnesses, and visiting historical sites. He approached these investigations with a musician's ear for detail and a sailor's tenacity, determined to separate fact from fiction. He wasn't afraid to challenge conventional wisdom, questioning inconsistencies and exploring alternative theories. Revel's investigations led him deep into the heart of some of America's most enduring mysteries. His covert missions for the U.S. government during the Vietnam War prepared him for the deadly secret work. He discovered connections, discrepancies, and cover-ups that raised more questions than answers. He shared his findings in books, articles, and lectures, sparking debate and challenging others to question what they thought they knew. His work on these cases wasn't about fame or recognition. It was about seeking justice for those whose lives were cut short and holding those responsible accountable. He believed that uncovering the truth about the past was essential to understanding the present and building a better future. He saw his work as a form of activism, a way to fight for transparency and accountability in a world often shrouded in secrecy. His new 28th edition of his first memoir, To Live or Maybe Not, is the book that introduces the world to the story of his life. It is available now and is the basis of the movie in development to be titled MLK, the Gary Revel Story. To read the words of the man who lived the history he writes of, get your copy of the book To Live or Maybe Not now.